All right, hello everybody, and welcome to Hangar 18, episode number 47. And yeah, episode number 47. This is your giant blue fucking stabby faced alien butt kicker, Cybertron, motherfuckers, Thundercracker. And with me, as always, is the Spock to my Kirk, the Great Southern Panda Dropper, the baritone badass, Dreadwind.
Hello, hello, hello. Hope you're staying dry out there.
Yeah, right on. So if you're in Texas, don't fucking powerboat down the road or anything. But anyway, I just want to also say that today I educated a bunch of people that Chris Latta was also a regular actor in addition to a voice actor. Because he was in Star Trek The Next Generation as a couple of things, and he was also in Married with Children.
Yep.
As a member of No Ma'am. So yeah, a lot of people apparently did not know that. And today is his birthday, so fuck yeah.
And he did stand-up also.
Yeah, he also did a stand-up career. So yes. Anyway, what we're going to do now is we're going to do what we always do first. We're going to do heavy metal news. Fucking Kurt Loder. Shit. Yeah.
Yeah.
Anyway, yeah, we're going to do heavy metal news. Hey, we had a viewer there for a second and he just blinked off.
No. Well, all right.
Yeah.
Same to you.
Yeah, fuck that guy, whoever he was. So anyway, yeah, we're going to do heavy metal news, and we're going to have Dreadwind go first, and it's totally not because I forgot to do my heavy metal news and I didn't do my homework. So Totally not that.
Well, on Friday, July 21st, the band In This Moment released their 6th studio album, and the notable news for this is that the album includes a song titled Black Wedding, which features guest vocals by none other than the legend himself, Rob Halford.
Oh, yeah.
So that song, again, the song's called Black Wedding. I'm not sure what the name of the album is. It doesn't seem to say on here. But anyway, they have a new album out. And I thought it was coming out, but apparently it's out already. So,
all right.
Yeah.
Okay, well, I found something. I mean, I had something totally prepared, right?
Right, okay.
And brace yourselves, because this is like, it seems like this is last minute, but it totally wasn't. So this kind of sucks, right? All right. And I'm not even sure why this was on a fucking heavy metal news site, right? But Blink 182, the guy, the lead singer guy, Mark Hoppus. This is actually pretty cool what he's doing here. He's like setting up a thing where he's asking the fans to donate anything that's newish, and clean to the relief effort for Houston, right? And apparently 300 this is really cool. 300 musicians volunteered in Austin to perform at shelters that are currently housing evacuees. Because that's like really awesome right there. Because like, if you're in one of those shelters, chances are life just handed you a big shit sandwich and you had to take a bite, right?
Right.
So you're probably pretty down in the dumps. So like, how great would it be if like you're totally, it sucks, and then like some local Texas band that's like pretty popular shows up and plays the set for you?
Yeah.
I think that's pretty awesome. I mean, even for like a cunt face Blink 182 guy.
Yeah.
Don't they do that?
Yeah.
All the small things in here.
Probably.
Yeah,
I'm not sure what their songs are. I just don't like them.
Yeah, me neither. Fuck Blink 182. But that's a good thing that they're doing. So yeah, even shitheads can do decent stuff every once in a while, right?
Yeah.
Right. Okay.
Oh, so the In This Moment album, I found the title of the album is Ritual.
Okay.
And the track listing is Salvation, Oh Lord, Black Wedding featuring Rob Halford, In the Air Tonight.
Oh my God.
I'm assuming that's cover. I think so.
I can hear you calling in the air tonight.
Beautiful.
You're right there, weren't you?
Right there. Joan of Arc, River of Fire, Witching Hour, Twin Flames, Half God, Half Devil, Know Me Importa, Roots, and Lay Your Gun Down.
Hey, maybe Roots is a cover too.
I doubt it.
I doubt it too, but it'd be fucking great if it was, right?
Yeah.
All right. Okay. Well, that's that. Let's move on to our heavy metal reviews here. The 10 songs that Dreadwind chose.
That's right.
So if they fucking suck, it's on Dreadwind, not me. So there we go. All right. Our first band is a band called Calmulis.
Mm-hmm.
Which I just like that name. It sounds like a homunculus and hummus fucked and had this band. Anyway, the song is called Ghost Rider, who just happens to be my second favorite comic book character of all time.
Nice.
You never guess who my first one is.
Does it start with a F?
Nope.
Yes, it does.
No.
Yes,
his actual name does.
That's what I mean.
Yeah, definitely his actual name does, yes. But, the actual character starts with a P. All right. So anyway, Calmulis is from Bergamo, Italy, formed in 2009. Probably butchered that fucking pronunciation. Probably more like Bergamo. Anyway, this is from their self-titled album, 2012. The beginning of the song reminded me a bunch of cars lined up to do a race, which is probably exactly what they were going for.
Yeah.
So anytime a band can like make you picture shit in your head, they were already off to a good start.
No doubt.
This song definitely puts me to mind of Corrosion of Conformity.
Yeah.
But the vocals were very weak in the mix, and I'm not sure what the deal with that was. But the drumming is strong throughout the song, and the breakdown to me was like a casual glance at some chick with long legs, tattoos, and a short skirt.
Nice.
Psychedelic stampeding riffage at its best. I give Humulus Ghost Rider 7.5 Dreadwind.
Nice. Yeah, it's. I was kind of surprised with this band. I hadn't really heard of them before. Thick stoner metal pretty much describes the whole song.
Yep.
As typical in this genre, too, the vocals are a bit overpowered by the thick slab of guitars that's thrown in your face.
Ooh, slab.
Yeah. From the opening riff, you know what you're in store for. And at a minute 45, the first major change-up does not disappoint at all. That's that long-legged tattoo chick you're talking about.
Totally.
A simple but hard-driving song that should appeal to pretty much any Sabhead.
Yep, totally.
Lots of Sabbath influence in here. I thought it was a pretty good, solid song. I gave it an 8.0.
Damn, all right. I'll take you.
Yeah. I mean, my only knock was that the vocals were hard to hear.
Gotcha. Yeah, mine too, kind of. But okay, so our next song kind of threw me for a loop. It really did.
I knew it would. That's what I put it in there.
All right, this is a band called Two or Two-O. I'm guessing it's supposed to be Two.
It's Two,
but it's Two and NWO, right? And the song is called "I Am a Pig." The band was formed in Birmingham, England, in 1997, and the album is called Voyeurs, which I think is their only album. Thankfully, 1998. Okay. The opening sounds to me like some post-Vince Neil Motley Crue shit, which is to say, not good at all. The vocals are surprisingly awful. Totally fucking awful. This song definitely has Nine Inch Nails fingerprints all over it, which is to say, it's fucking terrible. Very painful to listen to, and even the solo is a stack of corn cobs that a pig ate and then shit out.
Good grief.
Halford and guitarist John Lowry, a.k.a. John 5. Here's the thing. You have Rob Halford and John 5 in a band. How could you fuck that up? They managed. Formed the band in 1997 and were signed to Trent Reznor's Nothing Records label. I'm sure that had something to do with it. Reznor produced their sole output, Voyeurs, which sold poorly. Shocker. Halford disbanded the band 2 years later. In 2007, Halford expressed interest in releasing the early demos from Voyeurs, which he's described as tougher and edgier compared to the final album. You know what? That wouldn't even be that hard to fucking do, because a fucking fourth grade class singing Itsy Bitsy Spider is tougher and edgier than this fucking pile of horseshit. I give it a 4.5.
Ooh, good grief.
Yeah, totally hated this song.
Wow. Yeah.
Nothing redeemable.
This is Rob Halford's solo effort. Right after he got kicked out or left Judas Priest, and it's also right about the same time. I believe it was 97, 98. That's right when he decided to come out.
Right.
You know what I mean?
Yep.
So the whole album and the whole style, I think. Well, let me just go into kind of what I wrote. You got John 5, who's just going by John Lowry at the time. Vocals are definitely not what you expect by any means. I mean, you're used to Rob Halford, and this is not the Rob Halford you're used to.
Nope.
The whole album has much more of a kind of industrial feel to it. A far cry from anything that Judas Priest has ever put out.
Mm-hmm.
It's really as if Rob Halford deliberately wanted to distance himself as much as possible from Judas Priest and anything he did before this. It's almost like
accomplished.
He tried too hard to go too far with everything, and I don't know if maybe some of it was him trying to.
Wait a minute. Hold on 1 second. You just quoted some song lyrics. I tried so hard, it got so far. You just Linkin Parked it out right there.
Okay.
Go ahead. Sorry.
Completely unknowingly, because I don't even know that song. Okay. Oh wait, I don't know which one you're talking about now.
Yeah, the awful one.
The awful one they play on the radio all the time. Yeah.
Yeah.
Anyway, I don't know if this whole album, this whole concept, was maybe him, because it's when he came out. Maybe he was trying to embrace that and be a little more open about it. I don't know. I don't know what the thought process.
Wait. Hold on here. Let me school you real quick, because my mother-in-law just happens to be. I don't even want to say what the word is for it, but let's just say the second word is hag, right? So you just imagine what the first word is, right?
Okay.
Which means she has a whole bunch of gay buddies, whole ton of gay friends, like 30 sets of them, right? Mm-hmm. And these dudes are really cool guys. Like for the most part, like they're all pretty decent people, right?
Yeah.
I guarantee you, at least 90% of them would say that this fucking sucks. And a couple of these guys are like real hardcore metalheads, right? And one of them even looks like Carrie King. So
yeah,
I'll have to show you a picture.
I'm just saying, if you look at the album art and the way he kind of dressed himself up for this album, he really went over the top with a completely different image and style and everything. I mean, all the way over the top. And this is coming from a guy who dressed up in leather and spikes regularly,
right?
Throughout his entire career. And then for this album, he just takes it further with like the feather boa and the eye makeup and it just really went farther than what you're used to even seeing from him. And that's why I'm wondering if maybe he just went over the top with trying to embrace that side, since he came out around the same time and he was trying to distance himself from Judas Priest, and it just all kind of piled up on top of each other. I'm assuming. I don't know.
Wait a minute.
Yeah, you know what I mean. I don't know. I kind of like the opening riff and the chorus section. The actual guitars themselves are really kind of the only parts that I enjoyed. The guitar solo itself, though, was just more random noise than any actual melody, and you expect more from John 5
with a synthesizer on top of it, no less.
Yeah. The whole thing feels very, very experimental. Not a big fan of it. I gave it a higher score than you did, but yeah, it's 6.0.
Oh, well, that's wrong. Let's move on to the next one. All right, Suicidal Tendencies. All right, okay, they're a great band. First off, let me just say that. Formed in 1980 in Venice, California, and this is from their Lights, Camera, Revolution album, 1990, and the song is called "You Can't Bring Me Down." Very eerie and melodic opening, which is not typical for Suicidal Tendencies.
Right.
But then it slides into one of those high-pitched cock rock-esque solos that typically accompany a dude in long hair, spandex pants, and lipstick looking mournfully out a window.
Okay.
But then, fuck the finger tapping. And then Mike comes in and kills it.
Yep.
Mike's little dance, though, that he's doing, he should probably refrain from doing that little dance.
Very 90s.
Yeah, totally. He was looking like Milli Vanilli up there. Yeah. I almost expected the Beastie Boys or Run DMC to break through one of those graffiti-covered walls and like start doing like Clash with them.
Yeah.
The slowdown at 3:45 would be great. Oh, I'm sorry, would be awful if it were not for the tasty guitar lick on top of it. I don't know what the fuck they were thinking with that slowdown. It was like this weird like chorus thing. I don't know. But the guitar on top of it was pretty awesome. Yeah. The censorship, which is, just this version of the song, was fucking idiotic and gave me Lou Gehrig's disease.
Yeah.
Suicidal Tendencies have been influenced by a variety of genres, including punk rock, speed metal, hardcore punk, surf music, heavy metal and reggae, such as the Ramones, the Sex Pistols, Black Flag, the Germs, Dick Dale, Black Sabbath, the Circle Jerks, the Who, the Middle Class, the Simpletons, China White, the Hated, Motorhead, the Plugs, the Big Boys, War, and Bob Marley. That's a pretty wide range of influences there.
It is.
Yeah, and it shows in their music too. It really does.
Yeah, I was gonna say if you're a Suicidal Tendency fan, that's pretty accurate too.
Yeah, it definitely is. Anyway, I give it a 7.0. Not my favorite Suicidal Tendency song, but pretty good. Good.
Yeah, I have a pretty. I like the opening. Screw you.
I knew you would.
A beautiful, elegant opening guitar piece from a highly underrated guitar player.
No, the melodic part was good. It's just when they go into that little solo type thing, I was like, what the fuck is this?
Well, yeah, but Rocky George is criminally underrated.
Oh, totally.
Awesome guitar player, and you know he's been a big Ibanez guitar player for a long time. And back then, Ibanez has a guitar line called the RG series, and it's originally stood for Roadstar Guitar. And then they shortened it to just RG, and that's like their main line of guitars. And he used to play an RG guitar all the time, and he got so kind of synonymous with it. There's actually a long-standing rumor going around that RG stands for Rocky George.
Oh, that's cool.
So, but it doesn't. But anyway,
like guitar players, do they like have like the pictures of like, hey, this is me pissing on ESP guitars, or this is me pissing on Ibanez guitars, or this is me pissing on Les Paul guitars? Is like the Ford and Chevy thing?
Yeah, some of them probably do. Yeah,
okay.
Some of them are hugely brand loyal. Others don't care. So.
That's a pretty succinct way of saying what I was trying to convey there. Thank you.
Yeah. This band also features future Metallica bassist Rob Trujillo on bass.
$1 million signing bonus, boy.
Yeah, but anyway, after the opening piece, it just blasts in with "What the hell's going on around here?"
Yeah,
and straight up thrashy goodness follows.
Totally.
Rocky kills the solo.
Yep.
Mike spews his rapid lyrics in his unique way, which only he can do.
Yep.
Then that little melodic breakdown shows off even more of Rocky's guitar skills before kicking back into the thrashy riffage. Laden with expletives at the end.
Yep.
Which got.
I think you have to have a blue bandana really tight on your head to sing like you do.
I think so. Yeah, it's got to come down. It's got to cover your eyebrows.
Yep.
Because
you go halfway up your head.
Yeah, if you have it too high, it won't count. It won't work.
Totally.
Yeah. And that half shirt.
Yep. Yep. With the socks pulled all the way up to his knees. And
yeah. Yeah. Yes, indeed. What did I give it? 8.0.
Somebody give that guy a Pepsi, for Christ's sake. All right.
All he wanted was a Pepsi.
Just one Pepsi. All right, let's move on. Here's where Dreadwind redeemed himself right here. Testament, practice what you preach. Testament. Holy fucking shit, Testament. Born in Berkeley, California, which is, to my knowledge, the only thing that's good that's ever come out of Berkeley is Testament.
Just about.
Born in 1983, and this is the title track. Practice What You Preach, 1989. Goddamn, that fucking opening was like a Ron Jeremy money shot into my ear pussy. And then they delved into this wicked dueling guitar type setup. And then I'm going to just say this. Holy fucking fuckity fuck that solo.
Yeah.
Thousands of groupies got impregnated the first time that was played around the world. The song is a masterpiece of thrash metal. In March 2017, in a March 2017 interview with Japan's Rapaponga Gongi Rocks, whatever the fuck, frontman Chuck Billy revealed that Testament has begun working on a new material for their 12th studio album and plans to continue writing in the summer after their U.S. and European tours. And thank God for that, because fucking Testament is awesome. I give this song a 9.0. Brilliant song.
Their last album was really good, too.
Totally.
Yeah, okay. Here we go. Testament.
Wait, I just want to tell you one sad story, right?
Okay.
For the longest time, I thought that Testament was the same thing as Tesla.
What?
I know. I didn't come up with the distinction until 1991. And I was like, holy shit, what am I missing?
Oh.
I thought it was cock rock for the longest time.
Wow.
And you know me, thrash guy, right? I was like, holy shit, this is great. Go ahead.
Testament could easily be one of the big four. I mean,
oh, totally.
God.
Totally.
Okay, from beginning to end, this song is a textbook example of thrash 101.
Yep.
In fact, in the book of thrash, chapter 10, this is one of the recommended songs that students are required to listen to. Following a complete study of the song with numerous listens and a quick jam session fueled by pizza and beer, the student is required to write a 2-page dissertation on how the song has changed their lives and why there can be no going back to the manufactured pop junk that is spoon-fed to the masses. This is serious metal for serious metalheads, 9.0.
Oh, fuck. Symbiotic on that. That fucking, your whole fucking, like, shtick you do with the whole, like, that just cracks me up every time. All right. Okay, moving on to Candlemass, Solitude. Okay, let me be right off the rip. Let me just say that I almost just immediately shit on this song because I'm not a big Candlemass fan and never have been.
Mm.
But I was like, I'm going to go ahead and give it a chance. I'll listen to it. Maybe it'll be okay. And, you know, I like the opening, except for the synthesizer and the vocals. Then that opening electric guitar and double bass drum sounds a fuckload like Sabbath.
Yeah.
Redeemed. In the manual, look at this. In the manual of doom metal, this song is probably page 1 because goddamn it is doom as fuck.
Nice.
When I look at their logo, I cannot help but think of the Metallica Damage Incorporated logo because it's like a skull with 2 spikes in it, and the Metallica Damage Incorporated is a skull with like 2 maces jammed into it.
Yeah.
I love the tempo changes, and then that solo bleats in like a goddamn banshee calling out its death wail. Vampires everywhere get boners to this song. Despite earlier claims that Psalms of the Dead would be their final album, bassist Leif Edling has stated that he is open to recording new music with Candlemass again. I give it an 8.0. I was pretty happy with it.
Oh, yeah. Candlemass Solitude. First of all, is Epicus Domicus Metallicus not the best name ever?
Yeah. I think it's Dumicus, actually. Epicus Dumicus.
That's right.
Epicus Dumicus Metallicus. Yeah, totally.
Yeah, that's totally awesome. And first of all, it's not a Black Sabbath cover, which I actually expected it to be, seeing the name.
Oh, wait a minute. You know what I forgot to say? They were formed in Stockholm 1984, and the album's Epicus Dumicus Metallicus.
There you go.
1986. Go ahead.
But it does start with the acoustic guitar as a singer croons over it for about 30 seconds before the gates of hell swing open. Ooh. And the hot flames of hell blow that evil riff to your ears.
I like it.
Music is full of doom. It's pretty much classic doom with a lot of Sabbath vibe to it, but unfortunately the song does get a tad repetitive and feels like it's about a minute and a half too long and it starts to drag on towards the end. Other than that, it was a great, solid doom song. I loved the riffage. I loved the vibe of it. I gave it a 7.5.
Very fucking low and slow.
Yeah.
All right.
My biggest knock is it's just a bit too long. If they could have shortened it just.
That's what she said.
Yeah.
All right. Moving on to a band called Poison Black, which I'd never even fucking heard of before today.
Yeah, me either.
And they're from Oulu, Finland, 2000. And this is their song Love Infernal from their song Escape Ecstasy, 2003. The very beginning of the song to me sounded to me exactly like No More Tears. And I thought that, I thought that, and then I was trying to think of what Ozzy song it was. So I had my wife come in and I said, hey, listen to this. Tell me what Ozzy song it sounds like. She couldn't figure it out. And then it just came to me, No More Tears. And I thought I was a musical genius. I'm like, oh, look how smart I am. And I scrolled down to the comments and saw that everybody else heard the same thing. Anyway, I love it when the guttural guitar comes in like a punch in the fucking face. Mm-hmm. And the singer, let's be honest here, sounds like Peter Steele. He just does. He just totally sounds like Peter Steele.
Yep.
But then my only knock really is they just had to go into that epic power metal type part with the vocal chorus, which I hate. Mm-hmm. They're like, oh, we're standing on the edge of a fucking Armageddon. No! I fucking hate when they do that shit. But then they go right back to low and heavy, which was good. The solo is pretty good, but I could not concentrate on it over my huge boner for the dudes in the picture. Seriously, those are some sexy dudes. On August 23rd, 2015, singer Vil Lihila posted a statement on the band's Facebook page and website stating the band had broken up, which is sad that they couldn't gather all those sexy long-haired dudes together again. Anyway, I give it a 7.0 Dreadwind.
Oh, all right. Yeah, I hadn't heard this band before either. This was new for me. So first thing I wrote was, is this typo negative?
Yeah, totally.
I really like the bass intro, and it did sound familiar to me. And now that you say that, I totally see that, which is probably why I liked it so much, because it sounds so much like...
Yeah, because No More Tears is fucking amazing song.
Yeah, absolutely. I love the heavy typo negative style guitars. And look, let's be honest, this song is going to get compared to typo negative a lot.
Yep.
The singer does a pretty decent Peter impression.
Mm-hmm.
Impression.
Same thing, I think.
Same thing.
61 half dozen the other, right?
Let's be honest, nobody's Peter, but
no.
This dude does a pretty decent job. The chorus has much more of that pop feel, for lack of a better word. Kind of like you were talking about, that big sound. But I did like how the keyboards are used sparingly, creating a nice atmosphere that complements the song. It's pretty short and sweet, but it doesn't diverge from its verse, chorus formula at all.
Nope, totally not. It's formulaic. That's totally right. Yep.
Yeah. There's no change up or bridge section that you'd expect from a band like Typo Negative, where normally they throw in
it's in every one of their songs now.
Right. I'm not sure if they're purposely trying to emulate Typo Negative or not, but they do a pretty good job with it. I liked it overall. I gave it a 7.5.
All right.
And I went and checked out one of their other songs, and apparently they switched singers at some point, because one of the other songs I checked out had a completely different dude singing, and the song sounded completely like different style and everything. So interesting. Yeah.
Okay. Speaking of Typo Negative, our next band is Typo Negative.
Oh, yeah.
If this is from their album Life is Killing Me, released in 2003. Typo Negative formed in Brooklyn, New York in 1989. I have this Typo Negative shirt. It's one of my favorite shirts ever. It's got like this green flag on the front of it, and it's got this. It's got basically what amounts to Peter, and he's like, looks like he's throwing a grenade, right? And it's like from their Liberation of Vinland tour. Just a great looking shirt. I love it.
Nice. My favorite Typo Negative shirt, and I used to wear it to concerts all the time, is it's on the front. It's got it's kind of got like an album style cover art, but it's got Typo Negative, written in the cat corner thing, and it's kind of like it's all in the green, that green style. Yep. It's kind of like a skull on the front, but here's the best part: on the back is two girls in the 69 position. In the 69 position, and it says "Love You to Death."
Ah, I like it. All right.
Yeah.
Nothing wrong with that. All right, so you're trying to say that Peter Steele likes green?
Just a little bit.
He is the green man. All right. This is definitely not one of my favorite Typo Negative songs by any stretch of the words, right? It sounds a bit like what goth kids would probably be listening to when they are not conforming. But there is no denying Peter's silky vocals. And then they pick up the fucking speed, and it's amazing. When you read the lyrics, you instantly understand why Peter Steele is a fucking genius. Apparently, the song is about his deep love for his mother, which is about the most metal fucking thing you can do in a heavy metal song, is just put a ballad out to your mom. Yeah. That's just fucking amazing. Peter Steele has cited Black Sabbath and the Beatles as the main influences on Typo Negative. I just want to say something about that. Black Sabbath and the Beatles are probably the two most influential bands in all of history. I mean, unless you go back to like jazz and like blues stuff, but Black Sabbath and the Beatles probably have influenced thousands of bands between the two of them, right?
Oh yeah.
So I just think it's like super duper humble that he just cited those two and didn't like rattle off a list of like 30 bands that influenced him. I just think that's a pretty neat thing that he did. And like Pete, it just seems like Pete's like a soft-spoken type of guy, literally and figuratively. Anyway, I really like the song. Other than like it's like your typical Typo Negative like gothic type song. But anyway, I give it an 8.0. I was a fan. Go ahead.
Oh, okay. Yeah, Nettie is actually, that was his mom's like nickname. That's what they called her. So yeah, very atmospheric opening with Peter's signature bass line and his super low voice.
Yep.
But then he quickly shows his vocal range.
Yep.
As the hammering rhythm kicks in relentlessly. That's when the music just picks it up a notch.
Yep.
And at 2:40, we hear the bridge change up that the previous band we just listened to didn't give us. And clocking in at just under 5 minutes, it's actually rather short for a Type O Negative song. but it feels like it's just the right length for this song. You know, it doesn't feel too long or too short. This feels like
what she said.
It's just right. It's overall, it's another masterful creation from the genius mind of In Legend.
Yep.
I give it a 9.0. It's 9.0.
9.0. All right. Well, good.
Yeah. Big.
I'm not even going to say that's wrong because I'll accept that. All right, our next band is called Dark Tranquillity, formed in Gothenburg, Sweden, 1989. This is their song Monochromatic Stains from their album Damage Done, 2002. First of all, I have to get the elephant out of the room. That video is fucking fantastic. It reminds me a lot of Nosferatu, like the old school Dracula movie.
Yeah.
One of my favorite quotes on the comments was, somebody quoted the lyrics, "What will give in first, the body or the lash?" And then he said, "Good question for a job interview." I love that. Anyway, my main problem with the song, and it's probably just the version presented here, is that the entire song seems to be very softly mixed with a lot of mono. So it just nothing really jumps out at you except the semi-passable solo. Dark Tranquillity released Damage Done in 2002 and was intended to be a step in a much heavier direction, adding thicker guitar distortion, deep atmospheric keyboards, and abandoning the soft vocals altogether. Yeah, I'm not a fan of this song. And I actually listened to the song a long time ago. It came on, like, I used to get all these when like metal magazines had like actual physical magazines. Somebody put sampler CDs in them. I got this song off one of those sampler CDs. Not a fan. Anyway, I give it a 6.0 Dreadwind.
Yeah, it's got a very upbeat tempo, lots of keyboards in it, some growly vocals, speedy guitars mixing with a little bit of progressive style licks here and there. There's not much to say about it. It's a pretty straightforward song. It doesn't really do anything to surprise you, you know, and it doesn't do anything to jump out at you either. But I mean, it's a solid effort. I don't know. It's I guess maybe like a filler song is kind of what it feels like to me. I guess 7.0.
Oh. Yeah. Shockingly, all your ratings are higher than mine. Usually it's you shitting on my songs. All right.
Surprise.
Anyway, the next band is called November's Doom, formed in Chicago, Illinois, 1989, and this is their song Rain. From the Novella Reservoir, 2007. My first note is this a Guns N' Roses doom metal band? And the reason why I say that is because they have November and Rain in their fucking little band name and title of the song. You can't do that.
I didn't even put that together. That's awesome.
When you fucking Google that, Jesus Christ, you know what's going to come up as Guns N' Roses.
Maybe they did that on purpose.
They fucking, when November Rain came out, they fucking played that on fucking repeat for about 2 months.
Yeah.
That's a decent song, but god damn. Okay. 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 Is this a Guns N' Roses doom metal band? No. Holy fuck. Holy fuck. Once they get the nonsense of the intro out of the way, they fucking kill it. Amon Amarth style.
Mm-hmm.
The little ascending chorus part with the guitar reminds me of something that I cannot quite place my finger on, although I know I've heard that exact riffage almost somewhere before. Okay, dear singers, stop singing with your hair in your face. It's not edgy. It's not cool. You look like a fucking L'Oreal Paris ad. Look, it's Cousin It on guitar. Seriously though, pretty good. November's Doom. It's like odd segue.
That's weird.
November's Doom was formed in 1989 as a death/thrash metal band Laceration. And boy, they got way the fuck far away from that. Because I definitely wouldn't call this thrash or death. But it's not bad. I give it a 7.5. Trevor.
Oh, okay. I thought you would like this one more than that.
It's okay. Amon Amarth.
Very Amon Amarth, yeah.
Like the lead singer could be Johan Haig.
Almost, yeah. I really like this one. All right, here's what I wrote. The heavens just opened and hell came raining down. The angels battled in the sky in a glorious cacophony of war. Like a soundtrack to battle, the song drives relentlessly, slowing down only to remorse for the fallen hero, felled by the blade, before a new hero steps up to take his vengeance upon the remaining forces, helpless against his might.
Sure.
Yeah, I'm still here. That's it.
I just like the fact that you used cacophony in a fucking review.
It's very Amon Amarthy, and
Totally,
like I said, I was really impressed with it. I liked it. I gave it an 8.5.
8.5.
Yeah.
See, here's the thing about this show, which is so great. It's like a lot of times I'll like have this song. I'm like, yeah, I'm gonna throw this in when you hear because Dreadwind's gonna fucking love this song. And then you're like, it was okay, I guess.
It didn't suck.
Yeah, it's not totally shit, right? Same thing happens in reverse a lot too, I think, right?
Yeah.
Okay,
yeah.
Here we go. And this is where I think, like, at the end, you were like, because this whole thing almost seemed like it had like a dark and dreary theme. And then, like, at the end, you were like, yeah, let's throw in some Rob Zombie, like a little upbeat thing, just, as a curveball.
Yeah.
All right, Rob Zombie, as a solo artist, started in 1997. And this is from their album Hellbilly Deluxe, 1998. The song is called Demonoid Phenomenon. And here's the thing. I'm going to just admit something right now.
Mm-hmm.
Until today, I never realized he was saying Demonoid Phenomenon in the song. I knew the song was called Demonoid Phenomenon, but I always thought he was saying, but I'm listening to it today. I'm like, holy shit, he's saying Demonoid Phenomenon.
Yeah.
I should pay closer attention to shit, right? Okay. Here are my notes. Point of fact, Rob Zombie fucking kills it on stage always. Always. Mm-hmm. I've never seen him have a bad show. I'm sure he's had them, but I've never seen one, and I've never seen one on a video ever. My next note is boobs.
I saw that, yeah.
This video will not get taken down for explicit sexual nudity because YouTube is making too much money off the views it's getting. It's all about the money, folks.
Yeah.
Only ever about the money. Never underestimate greed. Nothing wrong with greed. Anyway. Greed makes my nipples a little hard, actually. All right, so great guitars that just fall down the fucking whole night. I fucking love that.
Yeah, that's awesome.
Great addition of a keyboard effects, great vocals, great vocal effects. Heavy metal plus hot chicks dancing equals win every fucking time. I give this a 9.5. Brilliant song.
I don't know what else to say. Thundering opening, monster riffs, zombie-esque techno tidbits and samples.
Yep.
Classic zombie sound.
Techno tidbits, I like that.
Yeah. Hard hitting, full of energy. Booze, beer, and babes, and bass, and whatever else. 9.5.
Nah, fucking A. I like how Otis Orunga said it. Boozing, coozing, weed, and speed.
There you go. That's it.
All right, you got to throw a little guar in there. All right, so what we're doing now is we're going to go through a top 5, and our top 5 for this week, like we've been doing for the past couple weeks. So if you listen, you know what the fuck I'm talking about. Our top 5 this week is female cartoon characters, and I'm going to go ahead and admit it, and Dreadwind is too, and I know he is. We're both big, giant fucking cartoon fans, especially 1980s cartoons. Yep. So shockingly, with our fucking screen names, right? So my number 5 is from Voltron, and it is Princess Allura, because not only is she super feminine and she's a princess, but she also is willing to jump in the fucking line and fuck up row beasts.
Yep.
So Princess Allura is my number 5.
I'm gonna start by just saying that this list I could have easily done a list twice as big as this.
Totally.
Just off the top of my head.
Yep.
So I tried to narrow it down. It's so hard to narrow it down to just 5. So I decided to pick a theme to go with. So this isn't necessarily my top 5. This is just, it fits the theme. So, so you can figure out the theme as we go.
Is it big-titted cartoon chicks?
No. So number 5, bit of a curveball here probably, but Kim Possible.
What?
Yeah, it's one of the more, I say newer for me because we're old.
I think I already got the theme though.
What is it?
I'll wait until you get number 4, but I think I already know what it is. All right, let's go with number 4 for me. Number 4 for me is Lady J, right? Scarlet and CoverGirl get all the press, but Lady J, first off, she throws fucking javelins at tanks. That right there is worthy of a number 4 spot on my list here. Lady J, she's like, I'm not sure if you know this or not, but Lady J and Flint, their kid, no. Wait a minute. Let me start that one more time.
Okay.
Yeah, that's what it is. Lady J and Flint, their kid, Melissa Fairborn.
Oh yeah, in the comics, yeah.
Yeah. Okay, so that's it. My number 4, Lady J. Yeah. Go ahead.
How's that script coming?
What script?
Movie script.
Oh yeah.
Screenwriter, I hate that.
Oh yeah, me too. I totally hate that shit.
Yeah. Okay.
Fuck Buster. Go ahead.
Number 4 for me, Daphne from Scooby Doo.
Nope, I definitely know what your theme is. It's redheads.
Yeah, it is.
I knew that from Kim Possible, which is sad. It seems like I just spent hours masturbating to Kim Possible, just furiously spanking one out.
I've seen some nice cosplays of Kim Possible.
Oh, dude, so have I, right? Okay, so my number 3 would fit into your theme. It is Firestar from Spider-Man and His Amazing Friends.
Oh yeah, I remember that. That was a good show.
She had auburn hair, but I still count that as redhead. So.
That counts for me.
Yeah, so yeah, she was pretty awesome. That whole show was pretty cool. I like how Iceman had the ice fucking loop-de-loop things all the time.
Yeah.
They had their apartment.
He could go upside down and it didn't matter.
Yeah, totally. Gravity doesn't affect. So then they had their apartment, which is just this chill New York bachelor pad thing, and then they press a button and a fucking computer screen pop out from behind shit.
Yeah.
Dude, that place in New York could be $9,000 a day to rent that place.
No kidding. Yeah.
It's whenever I watch Friends, they're like, "Oh, I'm a caterer." I'm like, "To fucking who? Donald Trump? How the fuck do you afford that apartment?"
Yeah, it's expensive there.
Yeah, totally. That's my number 3. We got way off track there. Go ahead.
Number 3 for me is Scarlet.
Ooh, from G.I. Joe.
G.I. Joe, yeah.
American
crossbow.
Hero.
She's a badass. She's just as she can hold her own with Snake Eyes, who's invincible.
Totally.
So yeah,
ninja power. So I'm going to tell you a little story about Scarlet. Right? Shockingly, somebody in my G.I. Joe cosplay group, actually several of them, cosplay as Scarlet. Right? And they have this whole separate thing for the chicks that are in my group, and it's called Girls of the Finest. Right?
Okay.
And they do this calendar every year, which is pretty cool. And they, sell it off for charity and stuff, which is pretty neat. But what I thought was really cool is one year, and this was before I was a member of the group, they sold off their props, some of their props for charity, right? And one of the props they sold was a little mini Scarlet crossbow.
Oh, nice.
That's what I said. I was like, that's pretty cool.
That's cool.
That is cool. Anyway.
And she's got throwing stars on her.
Yep. Nothing wrong with having throwing stars.
Yeah.
Or as I like to call them, ninja stars.
Ninja stars.
All right. My number 2 is Aeon Flux. Not the shitty movie, but the cartoon, where she would go through and kill a bunch of people, and then she would tongue fuck her gun for some reason. It was a really weird cartoon, but it had extreme violence to it though too, which I always great.
It always reminded me a lot of the Heavy Metal movie cartoon.
Yeah, right. Yeah, totally. So one time when I was in high school, I drew, because remember how they had Aeon Flux and then they would have stick figure theater?
Yeah.
I did a stick figure theater Aeon Flux on a piece of paper one time, and I got in trouble for it.
Wow. Hey, anyone who can catch a fly with her
eyelashes, totally.
Yeah. Okay, what number are we on? 2.
2.
Lois Griffin.
Oh.
Yeah.
She always reminds me of Fran Drescher.
A little bit, yeah.
Her voice anyway. Not
not nearly as annoying, but yeah. Yeah.
So anyway,
one of those MILFs.
Yeah, right on. That's weird. It's just a weird fucking thought, right?
It is.
Robo helping all over again. Right. So anyway, my number 1. Can you guess it?
Baroness.
Totally, it's Baroness.
I was thinking either Baroness or Chitara.
Totally dude. How the fuck did we miss Chitara?
I know, right?
Or even Pumara from that series. But anyway, Baroness is my number 1 because first off, the accent, the glasses, the raven black hair, the unbelievable body. And, I don't know if you ever saw the episode with her in the bikini or whatever, when they're in that weird fucked up land with Cobra Commander and Lady Jane Flint.
Yep.
Totally an awesome episode, and Baroness is fucking badass. So yeah, Baroness.
Yeah, Baroness and Chitara definitely would have been on my list had I not done the theme. But for number one, I gotta stick to my theme here. Jessica Rabbit.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Did you see that cosplay chick of Jessica Rabbit that was like next to me that time?
Yeah, I did. I've seen.
Oh yeah, she was okay.
Yeah.
She was like 6'4". It was all right.
Yeah.
I totally was like, hey, can we play patty cake? I didn't say that, but I should have.
Yeah, that would be awesome. Actually, I have one Sideshow collectible statue because they're freaking expensive.
Totally.
And the one I have is Jessica Rabbit.
Oh yeah.
And it came with one of the penguins too from the little nightclub with the little penguins in there.
Yeah, from like where Donald and Daffy Duck are doing dueling guitars, going with pianos.
Yeah,
that one.
Yep.
I would never work with somebody with a speech impediment. Oh, that was pretty fun. That was a good movie.
It is.
I have to rewatch that. All right, so hey, that wraps it up for our heavy metal news and our reviews and our top five, which is pretty entertaining top five this week, I think. Right?
Yeah.
And so we're gonna go to our favorite part of the show. It's Dreadwind's favorite part. I can just hear his fucking nipples poking right through his shirt right now.
I'm actually jealous of you this week because I miss Dragon Con.
I'm going to Dragon Con. I'm leaving tomorrow, which is why we're doing the show today. Because Joe being very nice and changed up his whole schedule of like getting whipped downstairs in his GIMP costume. Fucking come up here.
What?
Nothing. Anyway, yeah. We're to Dragon Con. We're driving down tomorrow night, and we're gonna be there until Monday. And then next week after that is Columbus Toy Show, and the week after that is Cincinnati Comic Con, and we have a table. Or Cincinnati Comic Expo, and we have a table at that. And Stan Lee will be there, and we are actually doing a panel on G.I. Joe cosplaying. So,
cool.
Look for that. And also, I'm probably going to reach my goal finally on my raffle. I had to aggravate everybody for fucking 3 weeks with my raffle, and I think I'm going to hit my goal because right now I'm $15 short of my goal, and I think I'm going to hit it. So I'm pretty happy about that. So yeah. Anyway, that's it for me. Fucking horns up, Dreadwind. Got anything?
Stay metal as always.
All right, we're out of here. After the thing.